Welcome back to Villain Review, and today we will be taking a look at the lipstick demon from the horror franchise Insidious. I personally think the franchise is very polarizing, but how good is the demon who kicked it all off? Let's find out. So we don't really know the origins of the demon, but in this instance, it doesn't really matter. The character's goal is to possess Dalton's body and enter the world to cause chaos, and it doesn't need a reason. It's a demon. That's kind of what they do. When your antagonist is a demon, it doesn't need a reason for being bad. It doesn't have a choice. It's completely different for a villain like, I don't know, the Trinity Killer, because regular humans, they have a choice between doing good and bad, and it's the things that drive them to do one or the other that makes them a good or a bad villain. A demon has no choice. A demon is going to be evil no matter what, and that's what we see in these movies. Being trapped in the further and having no way to affect the world, that is not good. He's pissed about that. In order for him or her to achieve their goal, they need to find a vessel back to the physical world. And when Dalton is renting, you know damn well who's looking for a home. So the demon in the first Insidious, he's pretty cool for like the first half of the movie. He often surprises the family in different ways to alert them of his presence while still being subtle. He apparently has this creepy voice, and while we never hear it, the characters do a good job of showing how creepy it is in their responses to it. I find it pretty interesting that the demon has a few things it actually seems to be interested in. It loves playing with creepy dolls, listening to strange music, and giving itself manicures. Things like this make the demon a lot more unique, and it actually helps give him like a personality. A huge part of why this movie is memorable is because of Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And when we think of that song, we think of the demon himself. They also say in this movie that the demon is one of the strongest in the franchise, and he totally isn't. Unfortunately, I don't think he's actually as intimidating as he's made out to be. He looks intimidating, but they defeat him by kind of just running away from him. It shouldn't be that easy. I feel like in the sequels, it takes so much more work to defeat the demons, and that makes this one kind of lackluster. So first off, I'm going to give a shout out to that jump scare everyone knows because it's a legit good jump scare.
I can still hear that voice.
Otherwise, I think the best scene would have to be that one at the end when he's in his lair. Kinda. The scene starts off really good when the demon's just in his room, just chilling, and Dalton and his dad are trying to escape. The tension is super high, and it gets even higher once he starts staring at him from his window. But the end of the scene is one of my least favorites in the movie. Like I said earlier, I hate how easy it is for them to just run away from the demon, and that's kind of it. After the last hour and a half of him causing problems for everyone, they just run away, and that's the conclusion. I also just don't like how it's shot because there's some weird angles, and it's just not a good finale for the demon. Besides that, he has some other cool scenes, and not too many of them are bad, but his cameos in the sequels, they're nothing special, and it kind of just seems like they're trying to force the movies to be more connected. If it weren't for Josh and his creepy grandma, I would say the demon's last scene in the original is straight up bad. It's a good scene that started off creepy, but it just didn't have enough to sustain that quality.
Standing there in the corner. I asked it.
The design for the demon is pretty cool, and I love all the quirks he has. Unfortunately, he's overhyped, and it's way too easy to just run away from him, and that's kind of it. For him being one of the strongest demons in the franchise, I can't help but be a little disappointed. I'm gonna give the lipstick demon, or the face, the girl on fire, or whatever, a 5. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know below what you think of the demon and who I should review next. I release a new villain review every Monday, so subscribe so you won't miss it. As much of a letdown as the demon is, Insidious is dope.